Yesterday was Vesak Day, and many people came here to meditate. After returning home, did you continue meditation? Who continued the practice? Please raise your hand. It's good. I was afraid that you just went straight to shopping. Occasionally, we need to detach ourselves from the world and be secluded. While I was working, there were some long holiday periods. Vesak Day, Asalha Puja, Buddhist Lent, and the December birthday of King Rama IX. There were 4 long holidays in a year. So I planned 4 time off before and after. And I detached myself from my usual routine and went to temples to meditate. However, some temples were also chaotic. There were various types of people, but I didn't pay much attention. My focus was on my meditation. We need to seclude ourselves from the busy world from time to time. Even monks sometimes need to seclude themselves. Do you understand the term seclusion? The language nowadays has changed and may not be easy to understand anymore. We detach from the monotonous routine and from the chaos of people. Escaping from the crowd, from people, is referred to as physical seclusion. Seclusion can be categorized into 3 aspects. Physical, mental, and defilement seclusion. Physical seclusion strengthens our mind. Being occupied with other people all day, all month, all year can be exhausting. The term people implies chaos. And each person causes their own chaos. Being involved with 10 people means experiencing dozens of different forms of chaos. The more people involved, the greater the chaos. When we have the opportunity, we should spend time with ourselves. This is called seclusion. In strict terms, physical seclusion means separating our physical body and removing ourselves from the crowd. However, we need to be careful here. Sometimes, even when we are alone, we are still unable to escape from entanglement. In this era, the internet gives constant access. People can reach us at any time. And it becomes challenging to be secluded. Even in a forest, communication can keep reaching us. Previously we had SMS messages, and now we have Line, Instagram, etc. If so, we're not in seclusion. We detach only superficially, but we are still involved with other people. If that's the case, our mind and body never truly get to rest. That's why we need to be secluded. When we go for meditation, just turn off your mobile phone. Don't be too worried about the busy world. However, seclusion doesn't necessarily mean complete isolation from all human beings. Sometimes, we invite each other to meditate together as a group. This can be considered a form of seclusion. Seclusion means separating ourselves from the chaotic people that are filled with desires. However, if we group to create merits and meditate, this is good, and there's no need for seclusion. In the past, when I was beginning to practice, I had a spiritual companion. We went together to listen to Dharma teachings. We exchanged experiences and meditated together. That is a form of seclusion. Because we grouped for wholesomeness, not unwholesomeness. We want seclusion from the chaotic world and unwholesomeness. If we don't know what we're doing, even if we stay in a forest, we might not be secluded. Seclusion helps us become calm and filled with energy to continue with meditation. The more people that we get involved with, the more our mind's energy declines. Try to associate only with those who lead us to virtuous minds. This is a positive and acceptable connection. I observed periods of physical seclusion once every 3 months. During these times, I spent it to meditate by myself, and I set aside all other burdens. When I later returned to face work and other responsibilities, my mind became strong, energetic, and refreshed. Another type of seclusion is mental seclusion, which is more difficult than physical seclusion. Mental seclusion means detaching from the unwholesome mind. We need to practice meditation to the level of jhana. To the level of jhana to achieve temporary seclusion from mental defilements. When the mind is in the state of jhana, it is having mental seclusion because the mind is not entangled in defilements. Mental distractions are temporarily subdued, and the mind becomes tranquil and content. Initially, calm meditation may be challenging to practice. However, with consistent practice, it will be within our capacity to do it. The first step is physical seclusion. Don't be involved with others unnecessarily. Next, we train our mind by practicing meditation and having mindfulness. when defilements or hindrances arise in the mind. We need to have mindfulness, and the defilements will cease. Hindrances are the intermediate level of defilement. Once we're aware of them, they will cease and concentration will arise instead. Or we can practice fully by meditating to the level of jhana. Some meditations, such as contemplating the three jewels, almsgiving, and precepts, can't bring the mind to the level of jhana. But they can bring the mind to the level of access concentration. Some meditations that can bring the mind to the level of jhana include watching the breath, watching the body, etc. Compassion meditation also makes the mind calm and can be expanded indefinitely. It can also help the mind reach the formless jhana. If we have access to jhana, then practice it. But if not, just use momentary concentration. Where the mind gets calmer once in a while, but not to the level of jhana. Can we practice insight and finally become an enlightened one through this practice? The answer is yes. We can become an enlightened one without practicing jhana. This is one type of enlightened one called dry insight type. If we compare this to a long journey to get out of round of rebirth, some people have the means to travel luxuriously, taking airplanes and resting in 5-star hotels along their journey. These are the people that travel pleasantly. However, some people can't afford to travel luxuriously. They can't afford cars and hotel rooms. But they can walk and sleep on the side of the road or under big trees. Finally, they can still reach their destination, but they won't have much happiness along their journey. Dharma practice is similar. Those who practice pleasantly are those who can practice jhana. They can tune into their inner peace and mental seclusion. Then their mind will have more power and be able to continue fresh with wisdom development. Those who can't practice jhana can continue to practice insight. And they can become the dry insight type. However, they won't gain additional threefold knowledge. Such as knowing their past lives or knowing the rebirth place of others. There is also the sixfold knowledge, such as having divine eyes and ears, knowing the minds of others, etc. These people can practice jhana and access additional knowledges. But but they still need to stay with wisdom cultivation, not restlessness. For us, it's difficult to develop these knowledges, so just do what we can. We just practice any meditation and be aware of our mind. Whether our mind is calm or restless, be aware of it. And defilements will subside. This is temporarily having mental seclusion. By being mindful of the current phenomenon of our mind, we can have mental and physical seclusion. For example, when we are in a shopping mall, it's excessively chaotic, loud, and crowded. However, if we have mindfulness to observe the working of our body and mind, then physical and mental seclusion can arise amidst the chaos. So, if we are skilled with our practice, we can achieve seclusion anywhere. However, physically it might be exhausting, as we have to avoid bumping into other people. And we still have physical burden. Yet, if we can be mindful of our body and mind as it moves and changes, we can still attain seclusion. Both our body and mind can be secluded from defilements. Therefore, try to have constant mindfulness in our mind. This way, we achieve entry-level physical and mental seclusion. If we want to go for a retreat, we should separate ourselves from people. To attain full physical seclusion in the jhana state, the mind is in mental seclusion. And it's not just a meditative state, it's a mind free from defilements. Hence, at the moment the noble path and noble mind arise, the mind is in mental seclusion. Let's practice. It's not difficult. If we still have to live a worldly life and can't fully practice all the time, then how can we detach ourselves from this busy world? How can we have mental seclusion even though we still live in this busy world? We have to have mindfulness of our body and mind as they move and change. This is also gaining temporary physical and mental seclusion. One more type of seclusion is from all fabrications. For example, the 5 aggregates, the defilements, are fabrications. But there's another state that once we reach it, it's beyond fabrication, beyond suffering, beyond all defilements. This is seclusion from fabrication. It's the mind reaching nirvana, and the mind that stays with nirvana. While the mind is sensing nirvana, it lets go of the aggregates, the physicality and mentality, and all the fabrications. It lets go of everything and reaches an unfabricated state. Reaching the unfabricated state is reaching nirvana. This is seclusion from fabrication. In conclusion, there are 3 levels of seclusion. The first is physical seclusion. We should separate ourselves from chaotic groups. If we can't separate ourselves yet, then have mindfulness to guard our mind. Even if our surroundings are chaotic, but our mind is not chaotic, this is the entry level of physical and mental seclusion. For mental seclusion, we only fully attain it while the mind is in jhana, or while the noble path and fruition arise. After the noble fruition mind ceases, the noble person can re-enter a type of jhana, called attainment of fruition, using nirvana as the meditation object. This is mental seclusion, but normal people can't access this state. Attainment of fruition can only be accessed by noble people who have experienced the noble fruition. During attainment of fruition, the mind retains nirvana as its meditation object and holds the quantity of any level of jhana from the 1st level to the 8th level. There's also the 9th level of attainment called cessation attainment. Attainment of fruition and cessation attainment are not similar. During attainment of fruition, the mind stays with nirvana. But during cessation attainment, it feels as if there's no mind. This needs to be experienced to be understood. Luang Pu Dun taught that the mind is not the mind, but isn't not the mind. This is the mind that is liberated. It still functions as a knowing element. The phenomenon that knows is called the mind. The liberated mind lets go of the aggregates and knows the nirvana instead. This is having the mind, but it's not like the mind, but isn't not the mind. Sometimes masters need to create new words to communicate with us. Their words may not exactly match with the texts, but the meaning is true. If you only learn from the texts, there's no way you can understand Dharma, because Dharma needs to be practiced. Even mindfulness and concentration, not many people truly have them. I used to tell Archana, this world is full of people that are lost. There are few who have awareness. People may think that everyone has awareness. That's how people can live and drive cars, etc. But I'm talking about another type of awareness. Dharma can't be understood by reading or thinking. We need to understand Dharma by seeing the truth. If we come back to read the texts after we understand Dharma, we'll realize that the texts are correct, but people don't understand correctly. So Luang Pu Mun said, whenever Dharma goes into a layperson's heart, it becomes erroneous. No matter how clever that person is, it's still false Dharma if it can't cleanse their defilements. So, we have to practice observing our body and mind. as they are with the upright and neutral mind. When we feel too tired or exhausted, we can practice calm meditation. It doesn't matter if we attain jhana or not. The important thing is to keep practicing. For example, just watch the breath continuously. Whether our mind becomes calm or not, we just keep at it. All meditation objects, whether breathing and noting Buddha, or any technique, is equivalent once we know the secret. The secret is knowing our mind. Practice meditation and be aware of the mind that goes thinking or focuses into the meditation object. It's all about being aware of our own mind. At such times we have physical seclusion no matter what meditation we're doing. Meditation is an individual activity. Even when we're with hundreds of people, we just meditate individually. At such times we have physical seclusion, despite the chaotic world. Let our mind stay with the meditation object relaxingly. Don't forget the meditation object and don't focus stressfully. When our mind is calm and peaceful with meditation, it can be considered as having mental seclusion. So, the simple way to have physical and mental seclusion is to meditate and be aware of our own mind. The meditation object can be your body or a mental object. But the important thing is to be aware of our own mind. Even when we're in a group of hundreds of people, but we don't interact with them or mingle with them. This is having physical seclusion, while we're not interacting with other people. And our mind doesn't have unwholesomeness. This is having mental seclusion. This is the easy way to have physical and mental seclusion. Just meditate and be aware of our own mind. The meditation object can be physical or mental. The key is to be aware of our own mind. I have practiced meditation for a long time. It took me over 10 years to grasp this insight. In the past, I would watch my breath, and it took a long time to calm down. Then, I learned a trick. While watching my breath, whether my mind wanders off thinking, or it focuses into the breath, I will be aware of my mind. At the moment I'm aware of my mind, concentration arises instantly. So, I can achieve concentration with that single moment of mindfulness. Let's practice cultivating physical and mental seclusion. Full physical seclusion is separating from people. But if you can't separate, just use the trick that I told you. Read your own mind. If you ask me how I feel when I am among a big group of people, how do I feel? Or when I'm in a room with thousands of people listening to my preaching, how do I feel? I feel as if I'm among the trees, in a forest, a field of flowers. Because I don't mingle with the people. This is physical seclusion and mental seclusion. While we protect our mind with mindfulness, defilements don't arise. and that's mental seclusion. If our mind doesn't meddle with other people, we can gain physical seclusion. It can be archived by having mindfulness. But oftentimes, our body still needs to interact with other people. Like how the masters have to give talks, Dharma talks, and answer questions. The master's mind isn't entangled with us. But still, they need to use their physical body to work. They have to converse with us, pondering how to make us understand correctly. So, they need to use their body. And the body can run out of energy and become fatigue. So, sometimes they have to fully withdraw from the world, not interacting with anyone. The Buddha also went into full physical seclusion from time to time, when he was too exhausted. As he grew older, he once went into seclusion for 3 months. He instructed Ananda not to allow anyone to see him. And only Ananda would bring his food, 1 meal a day. Then he stayed alone, under a tree, in a hut or in the forest. Once he had fully rested, he would come back to teach with energy. This is related to the physical body. Even though his mind has reached true seclusion, he still needed to use his body to teach, so he needed to rest from time to time. In summary, in order to progress with our meditation, we need to be secluded from time to time. When there is an opportunity to be secluded from other people, do so. But while there's no chance, just take care of your mind. Previously, before I was ordained, sometimes I had to go to buy stuff from shopping malls. There would be a lot of people and loud music. My mind would be bombarded by sensory stimuli. However, I would stay with my physical and mental seclusion. It's as if I'm in an open field with nothing else around. Train ourselves, and we can be happy in the present. Our mind will develop wholesomeness and relinquish unwholesomeness. We develop wisdom by seeing the truth of the body and mind, until the mind lets go of its attachment to the body and mind. The mind then reaches the state of nirvana, seclusion from fabrications. Nirvana is beyond all fabrications. This seclusion is the state where the mind detaches itself from all fabrications. The aggregates, the defilements, sensory perception are all fabricated phenomena. The intention to be involved with the world is also a fabrication. Some people are already stream enterer or once returner, but they still want to be reborn. This is still fabrication and not yet reaching fabrication seclusion. One day, we will be able to remain calm amidst chaos. withdrawing ourselves from the commotion. Even amidst the chaos, our lives can become truly content. Why should we suffer all the time? Those with wisdom know the way to withdraw themselves from this chaotic world. Whenever our body or mind moves, be aware of them. We'll attain physical, mental unfabrication seclusion step by step. That's all my preaching today. Today's topic is quite unusual. Who wants to go on a seclusion break? If you do so, it's better to turn off your mobile phone. Let your aggregates rest from time to time. But seclusion is not running away from the world. Seclusion and running away are different. Running away is caused by anger. But seclusion is a wholesome intention. Next, submit your homework. Number 1.
Number 1. I meditate for 40 minutes every day. During the day, I alternate between watching my body and my breath. When thoughts arise, I chant that it is what it is, and it's uncertain. Some days my mind would be calm and some days it would be heated. Sometimes I see my moving stomach or my beating heart. Is my practice correct?
It's correct, but don't make your mind still. You have the habit of making your mind still. But it is running away from the world. You think the world makes your mind busy, so you fabricate your mind to be calm. But this won't lead to wisdom development. Come to learn the truth of this world. Don't run away from it, but don't be attached to it. Lifting your mind like that is running away from the world. Come back to your body and mind. Don't try so hard. Just be aware when your mind or your body moves. But don't fabricate your mind to be still. Just use the normal mind to watch the normal characteristics of the body and mind. Now your mind is not normal, it's getting tight. If you feel your mind is tightening, it means you're fabricating it and it's not correct. Just use your normal mind to watch the natural characteristics of your body and mind. The natural characteristics are the 3 characteristics. Can you feel that you're used to fabricating stillness like that? Go practice further. If you're attached to stillness like that, you can't develop further. Number 2.
Number 2. I alternately observe my body and my breath. I see myself attached to fabrication, desires, and wanting to be good. When it's tight, I abandon the thoughts swiftly and watch the breath to relax. When I see restlessness and confusion, I abandon that mind and begin anew. I wish to know what is a good mind.
There's no need to abandon it. The mind arises and subsides continuously. When restlessness arises, just be aware of it. And that restless mind will subside. No more defilement. So, we just observe the mind as it is. And we don't have to let go of defilements. There won't be any defilements to let go of. Because as soon as mindfulness arises, defilements subside. When our mind is not good, why do we want to correct it? Because we want the mind to be good. This is another hidden defilement. If the mind isn't good and we don't like it, or we want it to be good, just be aware of it. This is practicing meditation proficiently. Just be aware of the mind moment by moment. There's no need to fix it and no need to maintain it. You just need to be aware of the changes as it is. And then awareness will take care of the mind automatically. As soon as mindfulness arises, defilements subside, and the mind that is pure arises. It happens automatically. We don't need to do anything. Does your mind run off to think now? Just be aware of it. Do you notice that your mind is more open? Previously you meditated with a tense mind. Just be aware of the mind as it is, and your mind will be awake and bright. Now it's not correct. You're intentionally creating stillness. Can you feel that your mind is still tight? If it's still tight, it means you're intentionally doing it. Try to smile gently. Do you feel that you're smiling, but inside your mind is still? Be aware that your mind is still. If you don't like it, know you don't like it. Done. Just know your mind as it is. There's no need to fix it. You're still overthinking. You think about what you should do and how you should correct it. There's no need to do or fix anything. Just be aware of your mind and your body as they are. Here you're making your mind still again. Are you aware of it? Yes, this is correct. Previously you asked me what a good mind is. This is the correct mind right there. If you do something, it's always wrong. You want to be aware of the mind's fabrication, not fabricate it yourself. Number 3.
Number 3. I practice regularly. During the day, I sense the body moving with the mind as an observer. I can see the body more clearly than the mind. I often perceive the body as not myself, but the mind is still me. Lately, I feel more at ease with meditation, and defilement has become weaker, but my concentration is still lacking. Please give me some guidance.
Continue with your meditation and be aware of your mind, and right concentration will arise. This is not correct. You're fabricating your mind to be still. Don't fabricate and don't interfere with it. Otherwise your mind doesn't get to rest. Just be aware of it, and it can rest and have more power. You can see the body more clearly, so just watch your body. You don't need to intentionally watch the mind. Be aware of the body whenever it moves. Number 4.
Number 4. I chant and practice walking meditation and watching my body breath. When I go out, I see that my mind goes out to watch other people. I don't like this, but I can't stop it. Recently my mind has been too restless. Am I still on the correct path?
It's a bit too restless. Go back to listen to my preaching today and practice more seclusion. Watch yourself more and mingle with other people less. Don't force it, you're forcing it. Just watch it relaxingly. Don't fabricate your mind, let it be natural. Most of you are afraid that your mind isn't good, so you fabricate your mind. Some people fabricate it so much, it is as if they are ready to play on a stage. We are not staging a play here. There's no need to fabricate anything. Can you feel that now it is more relaxed? The normal state is best. Now it's not normal again. You are pulling on your mind. Don't pull it, just be aware of it. Don't watch your mind. When you watch your mind, you focus into it too much, so just watch your body. Now your mind is more relaxed. Just stay with your body. If you watch your mind, it's tangled up. Number 5.
Number 5. I chant in the morning and meditate for 20 minutes. During meditation, I often find my mind wandering. I'm not sure if I should bring my mind back to the breath, or just let it watch the feelings. And cultivating wisdom is about seeing the 3 characteristics, or conceptualizing them as mental images.
Wisdom is about understanding the 3 characteristics. There's no image. Just see anger arising and going away. Greed, delusion, happiness, suffering all arising and going away. See this repeatedly, and when wisdom arises, it will arise in an instant. The mind will understand that all phenomena arise and go away. Just watch it relaxingly. Now your mind is lost in thought. Are you aware of it? While you meditate, if your mind is too restless, just neglect it and come back to watch your breath. Only when it's too restless. Don't watch the mind, just watch the breath. After your mind has more power, then when it goes thinking, don't prevent it and don't come back to the breath. Just be aware when it goes to think, to fabricate good, bad, happiness, suffering. So, while your mind is too restless, just come back to stay with your breath or meditation object. When your mind has more power, then come back to watch the changes in your mind. Can you separate these two? While your mind doesn't have power, just stay with your meditation. Don't care about your mind. Then, when your mind has gained more power, whenever your mind moves or fabricates, just be aware of your mind. When your mind has enough power, be aware of your mind. But if not, come back to your breath. So, there are two cases. Select the one that's suitable. Now you're doing well. But the part in your mind that was stiff wasn't good. It was a fabrication. Number 1. Don't get lost and let your mind enjoy going away like that. Be aware of your moving body, your breath, or the posture of your body. Your mindfulness is a bit weak, so be aware of your body more. Number 6.
Number 6. If I meditate for 50 minutes, I will experience significant bodily discomfort. I'd like to know if suffering in the fabrications and in the feeling is the same or different.
All 5 aggregates are fabrication, but the mental fabrication aggregate has a more specific meaning. It means the fabrication of the mind, such as good, bad, neither good nor bad fabrication. All the 5 aggregates are fabrication, meaning that they're fabricated from components. But there's also the mental formation aggregate, which specifically means the wholesome, unwholesome fabrication or neutral fabrication. Don't overthink it. Whatever phenomenon arises, just be aware of it. And see that everything that arises must fall. There's no need to name whether a phenomenon is called mental formation or not. Just see that anything that arises only lasts temporarily and then disappears. Just watch it like this and you'll be able to proceed. Just see that everything arises and goes away. Just watch it like this and you'll do well. Number 7.
Number 7. I practice sitting meditation in the morning and evening for 30 minutes to 1 hour. Throughout the day, I have mindfulness to watch my body breathing and moving. My mind also sees the body as decaying. Then, my mind perceives the 4 elements. The 4 elements fade away and I see there is no self in the elements. When I see attachments, my mind would see that the 5 aggregates are not myself. Is this correct?
You are practicing correctly. You see that each aggregate is not yourself. But your mind still holds on to the sense of self. So, keep practicing, and one day, it will accept. Your mind is still too restless. So you should practice some calm meditation. Don't abandon calm meditation. Otherwise, wisdom may be too advanced, and it becomes the 10 defilements of insight instead. Number 8.
Number 8. I practice wisdom cultivation within concentration. While I listen to your preaching, my mind merges into concentration. Upon leaving that state, my mind rises and continues contemplation. My mind becomes bored with suffering, aging, illness, and death. The more the mind becomes bored, the clearer the sensation. The arising and ceasing of phenomena is always there and I have the mindfulness to watch it. I see that I can't control the arising or ceasing of it. I see the body as a collection of elements, as if it's in a pile of soil. Please give me some advice.
Your mind doesn't feel truly bored yet. But your practice so far has been good. Continue with it. Can you notice that your mind is more composed now? But it doesn't let go of the world yet. It doesn't see enough peril from the world yet. Be aware of your body and you'll see more peril. Your thought is also like a dream. Sometimes you have sweet dreams, sometimes you have nightmares. Your mind is also dreaming all day long. This body is tiresome, it's suffering. Just watch it continuously. But if you don't like it, just be aware that your mind is not neutral. Your mind needs to be neutral and upright. Your mind is not upright yet. Practice calm meditation from time to time, but don't force your mind. Just stay with your meditation and be aware whenever your mind goes away, so that your mind has more power. Please enter into deep meditation that you said you can develop wisdom within. This is okay. You can see the movement of your mind and cultivate wisdom inside. Now try withdrawing from your concentration. See how fast you can come out. That's good. When you enter into concentration, you're not yet proficient, but you are quick with coming out. When you want to enter concentration, you set your mind to strongly. Try to enter it without setting your mind to strongly. It's quicker, can you notice? Don't intentionally put your mind into concentration, and you'll be able to do it quicker. Now your mind has gone away. Can you see your mind oscillating? At the point you can see your oscillating mind, that is wisdom cultivation. You can see your mind already. Continue with it, but don't set your mind inside. If your mind is stuck inside, it's not good. That's all for today. Next weekend, I won't be at this temple and won't preach here. I will be going to Sorin to attend the funeral of my preceptor at Wat Buprem. They've invited me for over a month already. After this funeral, I won't need to go to Surin again. All the elder teachers that I used to visit aren't there anymore. In fact, there is still one elder teacher left in Surin. That's Luangpu Supon. But he's very old now and his memory is fading. This is a normal thing of the brain, not the mind. His mind is good, but the brain can degrade. While Luangpu Doom was still alive, there were many skilled meditators in Surin, both monks and lay people. But gradually, all of them pass away. Now it becomes mostly just listening by custom. Those who truly practice Dharma are very few. When I go to preach, many people come to attend, but it's mostly my disciples in the northeastern region. From Ubon, Mahasarikam, Khon Kaen, and so on. But I won't be going as often in the future. This time, the Dharma talk will be from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. It's good that it isn't late. Sometimes in the past, it used to be very late. Only the elderly would go to listen as a tradition. As days pass by, the number of meditators dwindle. So, we have to hurry and practice while we can. That is all.